Hello, Crusader family. It's been a great start to January and second semester of this year, but we are already starting to do some planning and preparations for the 24-25 school year. And so I wanted to take a few minutes today to give you some very important information. In this newsletter, you're going to see 3 important things that I want you to pay attention to. And then today we will also be putting a hard copy of this in the mail so that you'll have that on hand. So let's start with the first thing. And this is something I think you're going to be really excited about. In today's newsletter that you'll get in the mail, you're going to see some information about inclusive tuition. And what exactly is inclusive tuition? So in years past, we've had a book fee that was due by the 1st of May, and then tuition payments started in the summer and in August. And so we decided to kind of simplify things this year, and we're going to wrap the book fee and some field trips and some other fees that are kind of standard, things that we do, retreats and field day for elementary, and just put those in one fee and then divide those out across your payment plan, whether that's annual, semester, or your 10-month plan. And the discounts that we previously employed for those different payment plans will also be applied. You'll see those within those inclusive tuition rates. So take a look at those below. If you have any questions about that, we'd be glad to answer those as well. And then the second thing you're going to see is continuous enrollment. You'll remember that last year we started that process and you completed some paperwork that said your child would be enrolled until they graduated, unless you told us differently. And so this is the point in the year where you could tell us differently if that's the case. If your child will continue to remain enrolled at Cramerton for the 24-25 school year, then you don't need to do anything at this point. On February 1st, Mrs. Brown will add the continuous enrollment fee of $100 to your account, and that will be due with your February 15th incidental billing. And then if plans have changed for your family, what I need for you to do is on the link below, click the intent to withdraw form before January 31st. And so if you do that, continuous enrollment fee will not be added to your account in February. And I'm sure there are a few questions about different scenarios with that. And down below, you'll find some frequently asked questions and maybe find some answers there. And then if you still have questions regarding your family situation, just give Mrs. Brown or myself a call or an email, and we'll be glad to walk you through some of that. Then the third thing, which is another exciting piece of information, is in regard to the North Carolina Opportunity Scholarship. This year, the law has changed in a way that I feel will benefit many of our families. So for the 24-25 school year, all students in the state of North Carolina are eligible to apply regardless of household income or prior public school attendance. And so for many of our families, that has been a hindrance to that scholarship because your family had been enrolled at CCA the previous year. And so applications for that scholarship open up on February 1st, and that's an important date. And so if you'll look at the information below, you'll get all the location, the website, and all the information you need to be able to go in and fill out that application. I would recommend that you do that, set your account up prior to February 1st so that on February 1st you can go in and hit the submit button. I knew of several families last year who stayed up late on January 31st and then went in right after midnight and clicked that button. And with all of the changes this year, I feel like that site is going to take a pretty good hit on the 1st, and we want to be ready with your applications and your information to take advantage of that opportunity. It's your tax dollars at work, and so we want every student that can to benefit from that. So thank you for paying attention to those 3 things: inclusive tuition, continuous enrollment, and the North Carolina Opportunity Scholarship. And before I go, I'd like to invite you to pay special attention today to our newsletter, The Crusader That Comes Home, to some information about a parenting seminar that's going to be offered for 3 weeks in January. Many of you may have set some New Year's resolutions in regard to your parenting skills or your relationship with your children. And we have a great opportunity with a local resource, Mrs. Roberta Wilson with Grace Christian Counseling, who is going to be on our campus on Wednesday night conducting some workshops called Parenting with Purpose. And so what a great way to start a brand new school year with some new parenting goals and maybe some new tools that will help your family. We're so glad to have you at Cramerton, and we hope to see you next year.